showdown, as in your films?
Did you like them?
Blindness has its benefits.
Hello guys and welcome to another MK Mobile character review, today featuring Possessed Kenshi. As usual guys, please note the date when this video has been recorded because a lot of things may have changed since then, and if you're not familiar with the matrix I'm using in order to evaluate characters, you can find it on the top right corner of the screen. So without any further ado, let us put Possessed Kenshi to the test. Possessed Kenshi guys was released on the 7th of April 2015, he is one of the very first characters introduced to the game, and his original price in the old store was 330 souls. Luckily for us, after update 2.0 his price was discounted and now he goes for 250 souls. So let us check whether he is worth that price. His attack is 34,398, which is the 44th highest in the game and the 23rd highest among the gold characters. The hit points, they are 71,424, the 42nd highest overall and the 21st highest in the gold league. The toughness is 35,910, which ranks 33rd highest in the game and the 15th highest among the gold characters. And the recovery is 39,312, which is the 26th highest in the game and the 7th highest in the gold league. The power generation is just 100%. In fact, Possessed Kenshi has exactly the same stats like his brother Balanced Kenshi. So at the end of the day, his final score is going to be 15.3 out of 28 possible. Special 1 of Possessed Kenshi guys is exactly like Special 1 of Balanced Kenshi, those two abilities are the same. So let's take a look at this one anyways. First of all, you have to keep in mind that the special attack can be completely blocked by the opponent. It has Power Drain as debuff, which is awesome. It can be cast from distance, even at long range it will be fine. It is lethal, it consists of only one mini hit, and it has the horizontal or vertical swipe as mini game. When it comes to damage, the minimum damage of the ability is 13,054, which is the 62nd highest in the game and the 31st highest among the gold characters. The maximum damage is 26,108, which ranks 59th in the game and the 30th highest in the gold league. Once again, the special attack can be blocked by the opponent, it has Power Drain as debuff, it can be cast from distance, it is lethal, it consists of only one mini hit, and it has the horizontal or vertical swipe as mini game. So for his special 1, Possessed Kenshi is going to get the solid 9.7 out of 13 possible points. Special 2 of Kenshi guys is called Demon Slice, and basically it looks awesome. Kenshi summons a real demon who slices his opponent with a scythe, or at least I think this is how you call this weapon, a scythe or something. I hope I pronounce it correctly. With that said, let's take a look at the special attack itself. First of all, it can be completely blocked by the opponent. Second of all, it doesn't have any buff or debuff, unfortunately. It can be cast from distance, mid-range to be perfectly fine, however if you try to cast at long range sometimes it will fail. The ability is lethal, it consists of 2 mini hits and it has the multi-tap circle as mini game. When it comes to damage, the minimum damage of the ability is 32,635, which is the 57th highest in the game and the 25th highest among the gold characters. The maximum damage is 65,270, which is the 64th highest in MK Mobile and the 29th in the gold league. Once again, the special attack can be completely blocked by the opponent, it doesn't have any buff or debuff, it can be cast from distance, it is lethal, it consists of 2 mini attacks, and it has the multi-tap circle as mini game. So for his special 2, Possessed Kenshi is going to get 9.2 out of 19 possible points. Okay guys, we got to the X-ray of Possessed Kenshi. There are no secrets here, it looks exactly the same like his brother-in-law Balanced Kenshi. However, there was something that I had issues deciding on, and this thing was whether this X-ray can be cast from distance. You know, when it comes to all Kenshis in the game, if they're mid to long range away from the enemy, they adopt this position as if they forgot about something and the X-ray never happens. So it is kind of a gray area whether this ability can be cast from distance. However, because you can cast it safely after both of his combo enders, even the combo ender with the demon, if you use his X-ray immediately after it, it will be fine, because Kenshi will start walking casually towards the opponent, and at the end of the day, the X-ray will connect. Therefore, I decided to give him 1 point for the X-ray being long range, even though technically it isn't, but once again it is a gray area. And on top of that, Kenshi X-ray has power generation as buff, which is pretty awesome. When it comes to damage, the damage of the X-ray is 78,324, which is the 70th highest in the game and the 38th among the gold cards. Once again, the X-ray has power generation as buff, and it kind of can be cast from distance, but at the same time it can't. I couldn't decide, therefore 1 point out of 2. So for his X-ray, Possessed Kenshi is going to get 2.4 out of 4 possible points, and the total amount of points he gets for his special attacks adds up to 21.3 out of 36 possible. I will be honest guys, I believe Possessed Kenshi basic attacks are slightly better compared to Balanced Kenshi basic attacks. The reason being, Special 1 of Possessed Kenshi will connect after both of his combo enders in 99% of the cases. In addition, probably it is just me, but I feel that Possessed Kenshi's speed, his punching speed is slightly faster compared to Balanced Kenshi. On top of that, if given Block Breaker, Possessed Kenshi is amazing. He cannot be stopped, and of course he also has this annoying issue like Balanced Kenshi, the combo ender with the axe kick. This combo ender leaves Possessed Kenshi extremely vulnerable for counterattack, but you can fix that by following with Special 1 immediately after the combo ender. Thus it will guarantee that you will hurt the enemy by doing damage, and also he will never block it because he will try to punch you after the end of the combo ender. But knowing that, all you have to do is press Special 1, and this will guarantee that your enemy won't be able to block it, and that's really beautiful. On top of that, Possessed Kenshi has pretty good speed of his basic attacks and kind of okay chaining, so he definitely deserves solid 7.4 out of 10 possible points. Possessed Kenshi, guys, is possessed by a demon, and this is why his passive is called Demonology or something. Basically, it's very simple to explain. He sets the enemy on fire on tagging. This is what he does, and on top of that he deals some damage to the enemy. There is nothing else I can say about his passive, it is that simple. He deals damage to the enemy on tagging, and he sets the enemy on fire. On top of that, if you manage to score a clean tagging attack, so if the enemy doesn't block it, then if you follow by Special 1, in 99% of the cases your opponent won't block it, and this is beautiful. Still, this passive is underwhelming, it is just okay for a basic gold character, but after all, it isn't anything special. So I'll be giving Possessed Kenshi 10 out of 20 possible points for his passive. He is just a martial artist character, so he gets 1 point for classes and 2 points for tagging attack. Okay guys, it is time to decide whether Possessed Kenshi is a good character. Well, let's take a look at the bigger picture. His stats are mediocre, but after all he is a basic gold character, and this is something to be expected. His special attacks are pretty cool though. I really love the animation of his special 2, and his special 1 has very useful debuff, power drain, and on top of that it can be cast from distance. His X-ray also has useful debuff, so all in all his special attacks are pretty good as well. In addition, his passive is underwhelming, we have to agree on that, and his basic attacks are just fine. So where do I rank Possessed Kenshi? To be honest with you, he isn't that great compared to his brother, Balanced Kenshi, because he's simply a fighter. His passive puts him in a position where he should be considered only as a fighter. So in general, he is a fighter and kind of a disabler, but he isn't a support. And as a fighter, there isn't a real reason why would you pick him over so many other great fighters. So this is the reason why I don't use him. He's just not that great for his position. There are better disablers and there are better fighters, even when it comes to only basic gold characters. Let's take Covertop's Cassie Cage, for example. She is better disabler and better fighter. So, long story short, he's just a decent card and he's equal almost everywhere with Balanced Kenshi. They have the same stats, the same damage to the special attack 1, almost the same damage to special attack 2, but one thing that separates them is the passive, and Balanced Kenshi is simply better when it comes to the passive. Because of that, I'll be giving him just one of my subjective points. I really like the demon animation of his special 2, it is awesome, and also I kind of find him sometimes fun to play, but this is not enough. And with my subjective points, guys, he's going to score 59 out of 102, and we can label him as a kind of good character. Once again, Possessed Kenshi, the final verdict is going to be kind of good character. Okay guys, is Possessed Kenshi a good opener? I would say I would advise you against using him as your starter because simply you have better alternatives, and on top of that, Possessed Kenshi is all about tagging in, making sure that you're going to set the enemy on fire, you're going to power drain him and so on and so on. So, a long story short, he can be a decent opener, but there are simply better alternatives. When it comes to the characters that counterbalance Kenshi, I would say that probably Dark Raiden is his biggest counter because one, he's going to make him heal after tag in, and second, he can't really use special 1 that often on Dark Raiden because it will have the opposite effect on the evil Elder God. He's going to get power, and Balanced Kenshi kind of dislikes that. Same applies, for example, to MK11 Jade, very bad matchup for Possessed Kenshi, Classic Liu Kang, every character in the game that can benefit from fire. And in terms of characters that that Possessed Kenshi counters, I cannot think of any. He's kind of okay against almost any character in the game, but he isn't a hard counter to, let's say, Shao Kahn, even though Shao Kahn requires power to be effective, or any other strong diamond or even strong gold in MK Mobile. When it comes to the equipment, guys, it is difficult to decide which is the best equipment for Possessed Kenshi because I don't play him that often, but he definitely requires block breaker, so his Cento Blade, I would say, is a must. And the other two items are up to you. If he's your main fighter, I'd recommend giving him Soul Medallion, or if you want to go, of course, for special 2, or you can give him Shansung Stone, so you can make sure that every time when he kills somebody, the rest of the enemy team will lose some health. And in terms of armor, then Shao Kahn Helmet. Yeah, why not? If he is your main fighter, then definitely Shao Kahn Helmet. Okay guys, when it comes to the teams, now, I don't think there is a really great, amazing team for Possessed Kenshi. For the short period of time while I was doing this review, I played some battles with him, and I really loved the possibility to start with an X-Ray with Possessed Kenshi and kill the open of the enemy team, and then take advantage of the fact that he has a power generation buff, so I can get quickly to special 2 and then kill the rest of the enemies. So in general, I would say that he's kind of okay if you have very low fusion Hellspawn Scorpion, or if you have Kunjin, the one that gives 1 bar starting power. Long story short, if you can make sure that Possessed Kenshi will start with X-Ray, this will be much easier fight for you, because for one, you're going to kill whoever the enemy opener is, and of course after that, Possessed Kenshi is going to generate crazy amount of power very fast, and you'll be able to one-shot the rest of your opponents, because his special 2, I'm not going to lie, his special 2 is very strong, and if you require special 1 in the process of destroying your opponents, hell, why not? You can use it. Okay guys, Possessed Kenshi, what do you think of him? Do you like him? Do you dislike him? Please let me know in the comments. Once again, he scored 59 and we labeled him as a kind of good character. As usual guys, if you want to see more reviews, you can find the playlist on the top right corner of the screen. See you next time guys. Take care and stay safe.
Battle and I are one.
Perfect.